Hello and welcome to this tutorial video. This tutorial video is to show you how to model match correctly with vPilot. I will show you two different ways in case you have errors of doing this. I have done this multiple times, so I know this will work for you, and just bear with this video and we will get through this together. First, I will let you know that you need to belong to the Ivao network to be able to get all deliveries. So what you need to do is go to Ivao and go to Ivao Downloads International Virtual Add-on. We click on that, a page will appear right here. You must log in. In order to log in, you must have already registered with them. Registering with them, it will take about maybe 2 to 3 days for them to send you a code back, depending how busy they are. You will download your particular model that you need. Self-explanatory from this point. We close this out. Once you have downloaded that, it will look something like this. I've extracted it to my desktop. You will open it up. You will open the executable up, run it. Okay, once you've done that, you will click Next, Accept. Mind you, please read things that you do not know. Just do not click on it, because this is where a lot of people have problems. They start clicking, clicking, clicking without reading certain things, and all of a sudden their computer's running slow and they're having problems. Please read first. Signal PC, I choose. I have a problem with saying the S words. Flight Simulator X, this is where mine is installed. You'll hit Next. Do you want to run the MTL installer? Yes, you do. This is where you get all your planes from. I will always sometimes use full screen to run this flight simulator. Yes, or you can choose this one. This is depending on you, the user. Next, read this please. I already have 4.9, 4.5 installed already. This is the version it wants to install, 4.2. Not recommended. Next, here is where you need to change your file thing around. Yours will not say this. You will need to go to browse from what it originally says, and wherever your sim objects is in your computer, this is where you would go. Let me find back out of mine real quick. Mine's in Steam. Um, Let me locate it real quick down here. It's opening sim objects. Am I already in Steam folder? Yes, I am already in the Steam folder, so let me back out real quick and show you. Okay, as you can see, I already had it open from previous. Basically, you want to go into Steam apps, follow the wherever yours is. It might be a Microsoft Simulator. I will click Common right here to open it. Then I will hit FSX, and then I will scroll down until I get to the sim objects, which we were just looking at a few seconds ago. And I will click it and just leave the file open just like that. This will not be in there. The Ivao MTL and the IVAP version 2 will not be in there at that particular moment. You will click OK. Okay, once you have done that, it should. Why did it go back to that? Let's see what just happened there. Common, FSX, and we had a little technical error there. Real quick. Sim objects, and we'll leave it okay. Okay, it's for some reason it doesn't want to do what I told it to do. But as you saw before, that's what you have to do. I'm not going to go through this entire thing. You would hit next, next, and then it will run the MTL installer up behind it within a few minutes. Um, Once the big screen comes up with all the planes that you can select from, in the top right hand corner, you will select full recommended. Once you select full recommended, two mirrors will pop up after that. You will select which mirror that you want to run. Either one, it's up to you. Once you run this, I recommend doing this at night before you go to bed and let it run overnight. It could take up to 2 to 3 hours for it to actually do the entire install of the aircrafts. If you have a higher CPU or a very, very good computer, it might only take 20 minutes. Who knows? But with that said, once the MTL downloader is complete and you are now on your next step, all your planes are downloaded, then what we do here is we go to check to make sure it's in there. With mine, the first time I did it, I didn't correct the file path the right way. So what it did was it went into FSX, but it put it on the outside folder of FSX. And I will show you what I mean by that. I will go into Common. Again, This is what I mean by that, because I didn't put the file correctly in the first way where to install the destination to. So what it did was create an FSX sim objects folder on the outside. Not a big deal. What you do is you open this up, copy all of this. Okay, once you have it copied, go back one. You can do this in another Windows Explorer, Windows mode if you would like. Go to wherever your sim objects are. Once you go into there, again, this will not be there. This one will be. You will paste everything into here. Okay, once that is done, you're good. Um, but you're not totally out of the water yet because you didn't set the right destination folder right. Unfortunately, in this particular case, you will have to run the downloader once again, the executable, for this to run properly. You will hit next. You will hit accept, next, single PC, next. You will follow the entire steps again, but this time you will not run the installer. You do not need to do this. You will hit yes, next, no, I do not need this. You will run this entire thing again. Okay, I'm going to skip all this for tutorial purposes. I don't need it no more. Once you run this again, you should get a BIOS mode that pops up here, a registry that pops up. Within a few minutes, no less than 30 seconds, I believe, you should see it scanning a bunch of files. What it's doing is it's scanning the actual registry for the MTL library. It should take no more than 40 seconds tops to scan the entire thing. Once it scans all the aircraft in there through the registry, it will automatically close out. Once that is done, you are almost there. You will go into VMR Generator. Well, where do I download this from? Okay, hit the wrong button. You will go into your Internet Explorer or Google. My Google is down for some reason right now. You will type in, clock in, VMR Generator. You will click the top one right here. Okay, you will scroll down until you get to download an unzip file and download it from here, and obviously you will extract it once it's done. Once again, I extracted mine to the desktop. We will open it up now. Mind you, it will not have this in here. It will not have these in here when you first see it. These it will not have in there. It will have pass, pass2, test, and VMR generated executable in the data file. When you're done doing what we're about to do, it will have the rest of this. What you need to do from this point is you need to run the executable. When you run the executable, you hit run. It will start searching for the sim objects because it knows the directory. As you can see here where my mouse is pointing, this is the FXXPD3 path file. I know it ran scanned quickly, but that is the path file that it needs to find to locate where these actually is. As you can see, it is found 2,741 rules in total. By doing this, it wrote the rules, so it copied it to vPilot's model matching. This is the big step right here. Okay, you will then hit enter, it will disappear. You do not need to run any of these other tests. If for some reason you get a message that pops up that says it cannot find the folder and where it's at, once you click this, it automatically will create a config file. You will open it up in a notebook status. If you don't know how to do that, you will right click it. You will open with notebook. So we will open this up. And what I just showed you on the registry screen was the FSX or PD3 path. This is the path it's looking for. This is the path that you will have to write down. You will have to copy and paste. You will just need to find your path on where to find it. But you'll paste it right here. In my particular path, you'll find it here. Once you've done that and the test is ran and it wrote the model matching, we will go into vPilot. Then you're pretty much done. But let me show you where the path you can find the path to your FSX. There's probably other ways you can find it. I just happen to know this way. What I do is I go into my Steam apps. I went too far. Go into Common, go into FSX, and then I go all the way down till I can scroll to the folder here. Where is it? Right here, the FSX executable. I will go to Properties, open it up, and right here is where it's at, the location. This is where you'll find it. You will copy that and paste it into that box that we just showed you, which is once again right here, that it already created after doing the generator. You will paste it right into here, right next to the equal, and then you'll hit File, Save As, and then run that generator executable once again. And as long as it says it found the aircrafts and it wrote them to there, this is the next step that you do. You open up your vPilot, you go to Settings, you will then go to Model Matching. For this particular case, I will remove what's in there to show you. This is what it should look like. If you have anything else in here, please erase everything you have in there. There is no need for it. You will add custom files. Here is where the generator rules were written. You don't need this one. You will select the top one. You will hit Open. OK. You will hit Apply then and hit OK. Your rules have just been rewritten. OK. As you can see, there's 100 of them here because I've done this a couple times already. What you want to do now is you want to test it to make sure it works. In order to run the test, your simulator must be open. It has to be open. It doesn't need to be in the game, but it has to be opened. You'll go back to settings again. You'll go to model matching. You'll go to run model matching test. Oh, excuse me, I skipped one step. You cannot be connected. I can't remind you enough. Cannot be connected for this to work. Okay. Model matching. Run model matching test. Start test. As you can see, everything seems to be running good. I have no errors here. If you fail to do something wrong, you will get 1,000 reds saying you can't model match. You know, things that we're used to doing when you signed on and tried to connect model matching, and all you got were those red beep, beep, beep every time you were at an airport. This is what you're supposed to get. You do not have to run through the entire test. This is just a preview just to know that you have done it right. If it doesn't start off with a bunch of reds, you are good. Exit out of it. Then you can cancel that and you can run your game as you normally do and connect, and now you'll be able to see all the aircraft for what they are. I will mind you though that the texture problems do occur in here where you will not see the aircraft for what it is texture wise, meaning you could be a Delta flight and they could be a Lufthansa flight, and they will I'm sorry, excuse me one second, I'm sorry, they will see you as a Lufthansa and you might be a Delta. It's a texture error somewhere in there. They might be a Lufthansa and you see them as American Airlines. You will see them for what they are. If they're an Airbus A320, you will see them for that. If they're a 777, you will see them for that. But you will always see a paint job on them. It just might not be the one that they actually have. I think that is an MTL library issue. There are ways around that, but it goes deeper and deeper into knowing how to configure files and everything. So with that said, you're all set to go and your model matching will work. For those of you, while I'm here, that do not know how to extend your view past a certain amount of miles, it's right here in your performance. You'll up your performance up to 100 miles if you choose to, which is the absolute max, and now you can view airplanes in through the vPilot view mode in your alt setting when you go to view and to view your aircraft up to 100 miles away. Realistically, obviously you can't do that. I like to keep mine between 25 to 35. See, that's where I keep mine at, so I can see anybody sitting at the airport between 25 miles and 35 miles away if I set it 35. Once the aircraft, if you're, say, sitting at the airport and you're viewing an aircraft that's leaving and you're just watching them and everything, and they go beyond 25 miles from you, they will disappear off your screen. It will load back into your plane. That's what happens. If you want to see them still, go back in there and turn this up to even further. And obviously, once they reach 100 miles away, you are at a loss. You will hit apply. Okay, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to please like the comments, comment me, likes, all the good things. Let me know if this video has helped you out. If you need any other questions, I am here for you. Just please leave a comment, email, whatever you want me to do. I will get in contact with you. I know how frustrating this can be. I've been through this 100,000 times, and some of the videos out there are maybe not as detailed as mine. I hope this once again does help you out. By the way, if some of you also are having problems with your configurator, cannot open your configurator file for your Airbus A320, please let me know. I have the file that you need to drop into your documents area for your Airbus to get your configurator file. Just contact me and I will be able to do that for you. Well, once again, I hope this video has helped you out, and I'm sorry that it might have been a little bit long, but detail is always something good. Thank you. Have a great day. Once again, my name is Jay.